G'day viewers, my name is Michael and welcome back to SingleRacer. And now today's video, or should I say videos, is all about the number 2. So 2 in the sense of my typical SingleRacer parts 1 and 2 series that this will be a part of. And also 2 in the sense that I have not 1 but 2 outstanding quality skins or liveries featuring the SingleRacer logo in this 2-part series. And finally, probably the main reason, other than the proudness of showing off these 2 fantastic SingleRacer liveries, is the fact that it was just a sheer fluke that they come together, but it was, or is, 2 years since my first video, so December 2016 to December 2018, and also, again, just a sheer fluke, but my last video, which was the Mazda RX-7 drift video, was also my 200th upload. And I must say I'm very proud of that fact, and thank you to my subscribers for giving me the motivation to keep uploading videos. Now, speaking of subscribers, welcome to a handful of new subscribers again, but I was very thrilled with this fact. If I can just show you here, so when I go to video manager, this confirms here. So there's my videos and there's the 200th upload, which was that Mazda video. But up here now, if you're reading this on or if you've got a mobile phone and viewing this video, I'll read this out to you in case you can't quite make it out. But it says, on December the 13th to 14th, 2018, you may see a noticeable decrease in your subscriber count as we remove spam from your channel. And I'm rapt to say that not only did my subscriber count not drop in the slightest, but it actually went up. So went up from 800 and if I just go back and check again, I just want to make sure I get the figure right. So from 842 to 844. So in that sense, thank you for being genuine subscribers to my channel, and I welcome all the new subscribers along and hope you like the content. And so now I'd like to talk about this particular livery in a tiny bit of detail, but for those new subscribers, I always put the timestamp in the description so you can skip straight to the Hotlap Replay, and that's simply because, you know, only maybe a handful of subscribers might be interested in me prattling on about the car in general. So if you don't want to listen to that, which I understand, just click on the timestamp and it'll take you straight to the Hotlap Replay. And so speaking of that Hotlap Replay, this car comes about because of a running gag I have with 2 fantastic channels. And the first channel is called Unknown Siseneg, an excellent driver. I mean, both these drivers are excellent in their own way, but Unknown Siseneg kind of tends or leans towards high performance and GT3 cars, where Ferrari Man 601, who I also have a running gag with, is more an F1 based driver, but he does drive a lot of other cars as well. But in the case of Unknown Siseneg, my running gag was actually with this track that he calls Countryside or Country Roads. It's Aspersham or something like that. It's a beautiful looking track, and I always have a running joke with him about running down to the shops to get some milk, but in something like a Ferrari La Ferrari, you know, which is just the irony about it. And so let's check out. So this is the main channel. An excellent channel. If you've never come across this channel before, I highly recommend this channel. And I've mentioned before that he runs his own server on Assetto Corsa and has links to a lot of high performance cars, so just check his channel out if you've never seen it before. But an excellent driver. But coming back to this particular video here, I was absolutely floored that he took the time to do a SingleRacer tribute video in a sense by doing this specialized skin using my logo, and you know, I was absolutely touched. And so I just recently asked him if I could download that skin and use it myself. Now, I don't want to use it on this particular track because this has been done already by him, and I'll have a link to this video in the description. So the reason that I mentioned Ferrari Man 601 is because I have a running gag with him also. That, you know, whenever he does a fast time in an F1 car, I always joke that I could beat it in this Abarth 595. And, you know, it's just a running gag. But I want to feature a track that he's become very fond of recently, which is Magione. And I hope I pronounced that right. I've always known it as Magione. A short, simple track. And I just will feature that as well to combine the two channels that I have the running gag with together. And so just before we do a few hot laps around the Magione track, let's just take a closer look at the work that he's put into this. And a correction, because the running joke I have with Ferrari Man 601 is always about the Abarth 595. I just say that automatically, and that's simply because it's the slowest of the three choices, whereas technically this is, I believe, based around the 500 SS, so it's a slightly higher performance version of the Abarth. But my running gag is always with the 595. I just say it automatically, being the slowest of the three. But my next video will feature a car done for me also by the brilliant Humble George. And Humble, if you're watching, you'll appreciate the work that Unknown Siseneg has put into this car, given the number of hours that he probably needed to do it. But let's take a look from here, from the back. He's got Caution Aussie Power, which I loved the joke. And just the little touches like the SingleRacer edition logo. You've got Michael in the window, which is representative of our V8 supercars that, you know, just, I'm sure other cars do as well, but just having the name there. I've got my CAMS license finally on the side of the door. And in a brilliant touch that you might not ever notice, but he's put the Australian flag and Australia, of course, on the roof. I mean, just the sheer detail, including going inside. As we head inside now, just the green touches of the logo, and he's even put there the SingleRacer edition branding on the dash. I mean, just brilliant, the amount of work he's put into this car. So I'm extremely proud to show it off, and I thank him so much for doing all that work on this version. So now let's head out onto the track and feature this car in action in a few hot laps on Magione. But of course, just before we do, this actually comes with a warning. So I'm saying to you subscribers, or I'm suggesting to you, don't blink or look away, or say look at your phone, or reach over for the cup of coffee like I often do. Don't look away at all, because this thing is so fast you might just miss it. And a little tip, if you ever try and drive the car, is maybe in the graphics settings is to turn motion blur off, because this thing is a blur on its own, and if you put motion blur on, it might almost become invisible. So let's go hot lapping in it now. This is Michael signing out for hang on, let me just check the car again. That's right, SingleRacer. And I'll catch you next time. See you later, and let's go hot lapping.
improved your best lap time. Good job. Good job, that's your best time so far. time. Drive, you've just improved your best lap time. Just improved your best lap time. Good job.